He has been adamant that the reason he went to the locker room on Monday night against the Browns was due to muscle cramps. So let's leave it there. He also said it could have been fallout from having COVID-19 earlier this year. He said the cramps were, in quote, my hand, my throwing arm cramping, forearm cramping, fingers getting stuck together. I was going through it. It sounds horrible. Shannon, how surprising was this?
I'm surprised that people are still doubting him. Skip, I'm not Dr. Fauci. I'm not an epidemiologist. I'm not an infectious disease specialist. So I can't tell you the side effects of having COVID-19. Haven't had it.
I'm not sure anybody.
Right.
Anything.
So, but for people to always to try to find, well, he wasn't doing that, or he had to go to a bathroom break, he had to do this. Why can't we just take the man in his word? I mean, you think that man said, you know what? I need to do something spectacular. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be playing really well up until that point. And I'm going to fake like I got something that's really wrong with me. I'm going to go to the locker room for two series.
For 2 series.
For 2 series. I'm going to let the suspense and the drama build. And then I'm going to come back on the field, Skip, on 4th and 5. Not at the start of the drive, on 4th and 5. And I'm going to be heroic. Really, Skip, if that had been any other quarterback, if that's Brady, that's Rodgers, that's Mahomes, we give them the benefit of the doubt without a second thought. This man is constantly, here we are, Skip, it's Thursday, and the man is constantly trying to defend himself. The man had COVID. Like I said, Skip, I can't sit here and say, well, if you have this, but I can tell you, I've been dehydrated, and I've had muscle cramps to the yin-yang, and I've always suffered from muscle cramps. Because I'm not a guy, I'm not a heavy water drinker. I know I should drink more water, but I'm not a heavy water drinker. And when you have muscle, and when you're exerting like these guys are, that can happen. And so he got him, in his legs, and he said came in his arm, and he came in his hand. Matter of fact, I was just working out the other day, and I got one in my forearm, and I got one in my hand. So Skip, the man said he had cramps. I'm gonna take this man at his word. He had cramps, and he came back in. He was playing unbelievable up until that point, and he played even better after that point. So I'm done with it. For me, he don't need to offer any more explanation. He say, if you believe me, fine. If you don't, kiss my butt.
He went so far as to say it was probably COVID related.
Right.
And I remind everyone, he was not asymptomatic. He had symptoms. He was down for the count.
Right.
He said that he mostly just slept for 10 days straight to sleep it off.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to preface everything I say by disqualifying myself. As you know, I'm a frustrated orthopedic surgeon. If I could have been anything else besides this, which is my dream job, I would have been some kind of a doctor, because I am fascinated by the human body, especially under duress in the field of play.
What it can do.
Yes. So I was so fascinated by what happened because the ESPN.com reporter, Jameson Hensley, reported the next day on Tuesday, and I brought it up on Tuesday morning show, that Lamar was having arm cramps. Okay, what is my history with dehydration? All I know is I participated in the ultimate dehydration endeavor. Which is marathon running.
Correct.
There's nothing like it for hydration, dehydration.
Right.
It's not the intensity, obviously, that you participated with, but it's so long, and it's all weather-based. The whole marathon experience is all about the temperature and the humidity, period, end of story.
Yes.
So I know that I ran Boston one time, and I caught a 75-degree day in the springtime on April the 12th in Boston, Massachusetts, which is highly irregular and unusual. And I was out of my mind, cramping. I got calf cramps at the end of the race. I was down on it. I thought I was going to die because you can't stay hydrated. It was humid and 75. It's way too hot.
Right.
I also ran one marathon in Dallas, ran it under 3 hours, and I drank a lot of water before. You said you don't like it. I don't either, but you have to force drink, or you're just going to get in trouble fast.
You got to saturate the muscles beforehand.
Okay. All right, I ran the whole marathon, and I never took one drink at one aid station. And I ran like 2:55. My best was 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 20 seconds. That was at Houston in a drizzle at 55 degrees. Beautiful. Perfect. That's
You want cool temperatures.
Okay,
Your body stays cooler, you can go.
A lot of my friends said there's no way you could have run the whole Dallas White Rock Marathon without a drink. I said I did, and I felt great. But I was
waterlogged to begin
I was
with.
bloated with water. Okay, now back to Lamar. In all my years of writing about, watching, observing dehydration on the football field, basketball court, it always starts with your legs. It's usually your calves.
Right.
And they just lock up and you think you're going to die, which is why we see players go down on the field and you say, oh my God, did he hurt his knee? Is it Achilles?
Right.
No, it's just a cramp. Well, right now he's not thinking it's just a cramp because you've had them.
Yes.
And you think the world has ended.
Right.
Until they can sort of massage it out, and then you might have to take an IV to get some fluid quickly into your system. Okay, Lamar is saying, and I buy this. He says, I was real life cramping. My hand, my throwing arm, my fingers were getting stuck together. Okay, now we're going somewhere else because now you got upper body cramping that's almost neurological based. You know, you can have migraines and you can get cramps upstairs. You're going to get them up higher. Okay, so what was going on here? Well, we don't know.
Right.
But could it be COVID related? It should.
Yes.
Yes, it could.
Sure.
So what I appreciated about him talking about this was, number one, he fought all the way through this and came back and pulled off as miraculous a comeback as you will ever see. So God bless him, because that was as great a game, I told you, as I've seen this decade in the regular season. And I appreciate what he pulled off because just the psychological scare of it. Wouldn't you just be, what is happening to
Skip,
me?
it's almost like, and what people are trying to do, had he been playing bad up until that point, they'll say he just wanted to get out of the game because he wasn't playing well.
Yep.
But he was playing well, Skip.
He'd already broken the record for rushing yards by a quarterback in a Monday night game.
They were, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, they were up 14. They were up 14.
34-20.
So they were up 30. Why would I want to leave that, Skip? I'm dealing.
Dealing. No way.
I got one.
No way.
I got a buck 22, 2 tubs on the ground. My team is about to go ahead and we about to get back in this thing, make a strong playoff run.
Right.
Why would I want to leave that?
And by the way, my experience with players needing a bathroom break, you're not going to miss 2 series.
No.
Unless you're sick. If you got some bug in you,